Testing, testing, testing. Okay, let's go ahead and do a couple things. Jazz, 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 jazz. All right, got audio capture on, and we have our microphone. Okay, okay. We're getting ready to lock this deal up. We are about to prepare signatures, and I am not sending over an agreement unless I know wholeheartedly, without a shadow of a doubt, that they are going to sign the documents. I have already gave them both an overview of what this is going to look like. So it comes down to skill set, trust, transparency, all that good stuff. Okay? Okay. Okay, here we go. Prepare signatures. All right, so I'm just preparing the signatures. I got the documents in DocuSign, and I am putting in the required fields, and that'll be it. Let's go, man. So we already have a verbal agreement on a price. Okay, so we're good there. Oh, I almost messed up. I need to use my email. So how do I do that? Joey. I don't know how to edit the email. Yeah, cool. I bet. Nigga just okay, cool. Let's get focused. Okay, date signed. That's the attorney of fact. That allows us to, like I said, open up the property, expose the property to the open market, so we can reach more funding partners. We're going to need additional funding partners to get this price, but it's a doable price, and we're willing to work with you. We got to continue to make it seem like we're doing not like we're doing them a favor, essentially. Signatures. Boom. Signatures prepared. Just two parties, Ellen and then myself. We got the property, the purchase price, the date of the agreement, Ellen. That's the listing docs. That's for us. That's how we have been doing this for the last 3 years. We use funding partners on every single deal. And that's just what it is. On every single deal, we use funding partners. And so in order for us to reach more funding partners, we typically work with like 4 or 5, and they partake on the deals. Whenever we are looking to, whenever we think we're going to need additional funding partners, we get the additional agreement signed so that we can work with them and bring them in on the deal, okay, with us to help us fund, right, the deal. All right, let's do it. No more waiting. We call. We make sure that they're good to go at the 210. And we're off to the races.
Hello, Tyrell.
Hey, Ellen. You sound like you were expecting my call.
I was.
All right. How did work go?
It was good for me. He was probably pretty busy, but mine was just kind of easy. I just started a new job about 3 weeks, and
okay.
the girl that the job that I'm training for, she left to go to the Philippines for 6 weeks, so I had to fast track this training. So it's been kind of hectic for me.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're doing everything that you could, and I'm sure everything is going as smooth as it can.
It is. First week was rough, but yeah, I think I've got it now.
That's awesome. Is Chris with you? Is Chris with you now?
He is. Yeah. Yeah. We've
Perfect.
He's here.
Perfect. So I got fantastic news. We can do the 210 if we can go ahead and get the process started tonight.
Okay. Chris, you about ready to come in here? Okay.
So you tell me if you guys are ready to go as far as, as long as everything, we got the price, we're good on the price. Now it comes down to just going over the agreement. It's pretty standard. We'll go over it together. As long as we're all good with everything in there, it's pretty much kind of what I mentioned to you earlier. As long as we're good with everything there, then we can go ahead and we can all sign it, and we can get it to our title company so we can kind of start getting the process going. So.
Okay. All right.
So are we good at the 210?
Okay, sit down now. Yeah.
Okay.
It was 210, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's 210 because that's the best we're gonna be able to do on this one.
It was. Yeah.
We're gonna get this done for you guys. Once I send this over to your email, I'm gonna just summarize the documents one more time because I know Chris was getting out of the car to go head into work. So I'll summarize it, kind of tell you what our plan is, and how we're gonna get this done for you guys and get you guys the full 210 without any realtor commissions, closing costs, or anything like that. We're gonna do all the heavy lifting. You guys can just sit back and and wait till this thing is done. There will be a couple of things that we're going to need from you guys, some pictures, and obviously just to continue to keep an open line of communication. But other than that, we're going to pretty much take it from here. Okay, once we get everything, once we have an agreement in place. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You tell me when you're ready, and I'm going to hit this send button.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check, make sure everything's good still. $210. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I
What was the
just
name
sent
of
it, Ellen.
okay. What was the name of your company again? I couldn't
It,
remember to tell
it,
Chris what the name of it was.
yeah, our LLC that we use for most of our acquisitions with properties is Dedicated Property Solutions.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't remember if you guys filled out a web form or what. I know it's been a few months since
Right.
we've been talking. So
Okay, let me see. Let me check and see if I got it.
yeah, so open up.
Yeah, it's been more than that before.
So are you doing this off your phone or you got a computer up? Just so I know.
Well, I'm doing it off my phone, but if Chris needs to get the laptop out, I mean, it's right here. He can.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it called?
I do it
Okay.
on my phone all the time, but whatever you want to do, it's fine. It'll work either way. So what you're gonna
Okay.
do, you're gonna get an email from Randy, and it's gonna be the documents are coming via DocuSign. So
Yeah,
DocuSign
I got
is, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's just it's a platform to be able to collect electronic signatures and review documents and things like that.
them. Okay.
Um, Let me know when you got it pulled up. You're going to open up the email. You're going to check a little box. That box is just letting you know that you are um, reviewing documents via DocuSign. And once we sign, it's going to collect an electronic signature from you. And I got
Okay.
mine pulled up as well in my email. So you just let me know once you have yours pulled up.
Okay. Chris has got it. He's gonna handle his part because I'm
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, I see there's what, three PDFs here.
It's going to be, yes, it should be 3 documents.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to open them up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pull it up on my.
Yeah, get your laptop.
You email it to me.
Okay, he's getting his laptop right quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask you to send this to his email?
Yeah, let me see if I should be able to do it. Send like a copy.
Okay.
Let me see. Mm,
I can forward it to him.
you can forward it if you like. I'm gonna. Okay. Let me download them. Let me make sure this is it. Okay. What is Chris's email? What's a good email for Chris?
Chris Bowman, BHRIS BOWMAN
Okay.
311 @gmail.
Okay. Mm. All right, Chris, check your email. You should get it within seconds. And you guys can now you can both pull it up, and we can either go over it together, or Ellen, if you want to look at the laptop, that's cool too. You'll just have to,
Yeah.
once we're ready to sign, you're gonna open up your phone and you're gonna sign from your phone.
Yeah.
Trying to get it. Signed in. Know that. Real fire.
That's me. Now, Ellen, I put your I think that's your middle name on here, Dilling.
Yes. Yes, that's
O-
right.
Okay, okay.
And that's what's on my deed too.
Yeah, so that's how I seen it on the deed. So I just we'll usually just write it exactly how it's on the deed. Usually we don't have
Yeah.
someone's full middle name, so I just wanted to make sure you were good with that. But I figure that's the best way to go. So once we get the
Yeah.
documents over to our title company, there's no issues.
Okay. Right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine with me.
Okay, cool. You got that pulled up yet, Chris?
Yes, I do. I'm on
Okay.
page 1.
Okay, Ellen, are you following?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Hold on. My wife's calling. Give me 1 second, you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. What's up? Yeah, Cholula's fine. Yeah, because it's not too. Yeah, I'm on a call, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm getting some documents signed with Ellen. But yeah, Cholula should be fine. If you need anything else, just text me. I got my phone right here. Okay. Ellen says hi, by the way. All right. Bye.
Yeah, so hi.
Okay. Where were we? Okay. Okay. So there's three agreements, guys. Usually we just have two, but we're using three agreements here, because uh, we are gonna expose your guys' property, the property, on the open market, because we plan to reach out to other additional funding partners on the deal. Typically, we work with like 4 or 5, but in this case, you guys have a property; it's in really good condition. Therefore, you guys, are looking to get the price that you're looking to get. So we want to make sure that we have as much exposure to work with as many, not as many, but any additional funding partners that might want to come in on the deal with us, so that we can ensure that we get this done for you.
Right.
Now that's pretty much the second and the last agreement. That's what those two are. So I'll go over those, and then this first agreement, the first one is just a standard real estate purchase agreement. So I'll just kind of start from the top, and it's going to have, this agreement is made on May the 3rd, 2024, by and between Ellen Singleton, hereafter called the seller, and then Dedicated Properties, that's us. Then it's going to have the description of your property in the next line. Seller agrees to sell to buyer the property at the address 214 River Loop Road, Belmont. Then we put the legal description in there as well, which is Riverview Park, and then all those crazy numbers there. Description includes
The GIS number.
yeah. Description includes
Go
any
ahead,
fixtures window and flooring coverings, built-in appliances, shades, blinds, window and door screens, awnings, outdoor plants, trees, and other permanently attached items now on premises. So we are purchasing the property as is. So when I go through some of this, like these things here, you guys are obviously going to take out whatever you want and leave behind whatever you don't want. And you guys don't have to worry about it. So, but we are purchasing the property.
We're going to leave the appliances.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
most people leave
the
appliances behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Purchase price. Go ahead.
They're good appliances, so.
Okay, perfect. Purchase price: seller agrees to convey property to buyer for the sum of $210,000. And then terms: the following terms are applicable to this contract. So we're going to go through 1 through 10, and I'll kind of just go through each one. Closing costs, as I mentioned, these are going to be paid by in the following fashion: buyers to pay for warranty deed, closing fee, title insurance; seller to pay any costs required to provide a clear title and back taxes and or any liens. Number 2, any taxes.
Okay, what about? Sorry, sir.
Go ahead, Chris.
Warranty deed. What's the warranty deed? Is that a title search?
Yes.
What is that?
That's when we go through the title, open up escrow with the title company. It's just the cost associated with with title. In other words, it's part of closing costs for us. Part of closing costs for us.
Yeah, I know it says buyer, but I was just curious. Sorry.
Sure thing. Okay. Any taxes owed will be appropriately prorated between parties at closing. So if you guys pay property taxes and you've already paid for the entire year, it'll be prorated. It'll be prorated up until the day that we close. If you guys had already paid taxes for.
As far as my property taxes goes, they set me up on monthly premiums. Due to my age, because I'm elderly, and I lived on a fixed income, my Social Security. I make payments. So there will be an amount due.
You know how much? Roughly.
How much? Do you know a rough estimate?
I'd have to find. It's probably
800.
No, it's probably about 2,000 because property tax went up like crazy last year.
Okay.
But they couldn't increase my payments or anything like that. It was just an agreement.
Oh, right. Okay.
Come up later.
Yeah.
Okay. So property taxes, if there's any due, which it sounds like there might be, then that'll just come out of your net proceeds of the 210 at closing.
Okay.
All
right.
Pretty simple. They handle all things through title pretty smoothly. So number 4, property sold as is. Number 5, we use this our closing.
Well, that number 3.
Okay, number 3. Oh, and then I'll skip over that one.
3.
Okay, closing to be set is this is when we're going to close. So closing to be set as soon as possible for all parties. I told Ellen, I'm not sure if you were there. We put 90 days on this from fully executed contract date.
Yeah.
Seller grants any extensions needed to clear title or to complete closing documentation. So 90 days should be ample amount of time.
Okay, I didn't know you guys had already talked about that.
Well, I
know you guys were talking about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. So that's 3 months.
I was in the military a long time, so I've moved in 72 hours or 48 hours or 30 days. So.
I'm with you. Yeah, no. So what I was kind of explaining to Ellen is, so we buy properties cash. When I mean cash, I mean our intention is to get a deal closed in under 30 days, 2 weeks, a week, 3 weeks. A cat at the price that we needed to get this this property cash for to be able to get that done in that time frame didn't work for you guys. I think we were at 165. So, but if we have, I told Ellen, if we had some more time to get this done, we'd be able to come a lot closer to you guys' number, hence the 210. I said we're going to either do 60 or 90 days. 90 days is probably best, just so that we have ample amount of time to make sure, we don't have to have any extensions. We're able to, get everything done. That's plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the more time we can. Yeah, the more time we get, 90 days. We usually don't go more than 90 days, but 90 days. The longer we have, then typically, we can get you guys some more money. So that's what we're doing here.
So this is gonna get an MLS listing and everything.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. You guys aren't gonna have to worry about much else. So okay. Where did I leave off? Okay, number 4 is sold as is. Property sold as is with no warranties implied or stated from the seller. Number 5, closing to be held at Cypress Ascendant Services. We use a couple title companies. We just use them. They're nationwide. They cover all 50 states. They're really good. We get discounts with them, and we can save a little bit on fees. So that's who we use.
All right, so we'll just set up. There'll be somewhere here around Belmont. We'll have the
Charlotte. That's probably in Charlotte now. Charlotte.
Yeah. So what we also do is we have a mobile note. They have mobile notaries. If you guys wanted them to come down to your property, so you guys can sign whatever documents that need to be signed. That's typically how we get it done. Or you guys can go to the closest office, or meet up somewhere at like a.
Closest office?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. Not in North. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't know if they had one in Charlotte or not, because we're right near Charlotte.
Yeah, I'd have to check. I'm not sure in North Carolina. I know primarily we acquire property in Florida, Texas, and New Jersey, but we have been ramping up in North Carolina. So,
okay.
But it's no biggie if we can find that out.
Okay.
I'll send you the title website, the company website, so you guys have it. I'm gonna send you guys a bit of information after. Okay, yeah, I'll send you guys some information.
Okay. I'm looking at Cypress Ascendant Services.
Correct.
But they probably got little satellite offices everywhere. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. We're on number 6. Are you guys following, or?
Yes.
You guys need a second?
No, we're following. We're all right.
Okay. Number 6. This contract's contingent upon clear title and final inspection of the property by buyer or buyer's agent before closing, and that property is suitable for buyer's needs and plans. Number 7, if property is rented, rents will be prorated. This doesn't apply to you guys. You guys are living in the property. Right. That's if it was a rental property.
Right.
This hasn't ever been a rental property, has it?
Right. No.
Okay. Number 8, seller to provide buyer with permission to access property solely for purposes such as evaluation of repairs needed, appraisals of said property for securing financing, professional advisement on resale of property. If property is vacant, which it's not, seller shall provide buyer the key to access property specifically for the reasons above. Seller understands buyer may assign this contract to another person, entity, or trust at closing. That's where some of our funding partners come in. usually. Seller agrees, buyer may terminate this contract at any time without risk of specific performance lawsuits or monetary damages.
Okay, at this point, you are the buyer, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Number 9, seller warrants. They don't know of any city, county, or local government issues or liens on this property, which might be pending. I have a terrible story about a situation that happened a couple years ago with us. Number 10, any furniture, fixtures, attachments, and debris located in and around property not removed prior to closing, they'll become ownership of the buyer to take possession of the property upon closing. And then number 12, there's no additional terms.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first one. That's the purchase agreement. If you scroll until you see authorization to sign listing docs and offers, that's where this is just a one-page document. This is what allows us to be able to put the property on the open market and do what we have to do. So let me know when you're there, and I'll kind of breeze through this one. It's real short.
Page 2.
Is it page?
3?
Let me see. It should page just 3. It might be page 3. Yeah.
Yeah, authorization to sign.
Listing docs.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'm there.
Okay, cool. You there too, Ellen? You good to go?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Be it acknowledged that I, Ellen Dilling Singleton, the seller, hereby grant, a limited and specific authorization to sign Joey Bebo. That's Joey. That's my partner. As my attorney in fact. Yeah, he's the head of his of the LLC. You guys may or may not be in communication with them throughout some of this process. Said attorney in fact shall have full power and authority to undertake and perform the following acts on my behalf related to your property at 214 River Loop. Seller specifically authorizes and gives permission to the attorney in fact to list the property on any and all multiple listing services for the purposes of marketing and making sure that we get you guys the price that we agreed upon. This includes executing listing agreements, listing agreement addendums, disclosures, sales contracts, and addendums. And again, this is, we're doing all the heavy lifting here. You guys don't have to do anything except just sit back and wait, until this thing closes and collect the check. Go ahead, Chris. Did you have something?
Okay.
Or Ellen? I'm sorry. I don't know who.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
No, yeah.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm letting him handle this part of it pretty much.
Okay, cool.
That's a couple houses.
There you go. The authority herein shall include such incidental acts as reasonably required to carry authorities granted herein. This authorization is effective upon execution. This authorization may be revoked when the above state one-time power or responsibility has been completed. This authorization form shall automatically be revoked upon my death or incapacitation, provided any person relying on this power of attorney shall give full rights to accept and rely upon the authority of the attorney in fact until the receipt of actual notice of revocation. Okay, so that is the second one.
All right.
And you guys let me know when you get to...
Pretty straightforward.
Yep, exactly. All right, you guys let me know when you get to the last one. Once we get through this, if we're good to go, we'll all get it signed, and I'll let Joe. Correct. And I'll let Joey know.
Page 4. novation
Yeah,
and
indemnification agreement. Uh-huh. And then once we're good to go, and we
right.
once we get everything signed, I'll let Joey know. I'll let Shantae know. She's our transaction coordinator. I was kind of running some of this by Ellen earlier, but yeah, we'll get things started right away. I'll send you guys a little bit of information of next steps. One of which will be to get a couple pictures of the property, as many as you guys can get, to the best of your abilities, and get them over to us as soon as possible. 1 second. Let me move this off my screen. Oh, it is. Okay, so essentially, this agreement is gonna. This is what we use when we're looking to get additional funding partners to come in on the deal with us. So I'll read through it. And what you're gonna see in here, you're gonna see the price. You're gonna see your property. It's a lot of what's on the first one. The price, purchase price, and then it's gonna talk. It's gonna talk about us. Let me tell you what a novation is. Okay. A novation, it allows us to replace an existing agreement with another agreement. Okay, and we need to do that when we're bringing on new funding partners. So that's what a novation is. It's an agreement that says, hey, and you'll see it in here, that says, hey, we're going to get a new agreement in place, and we're going to basically terminate the old agreement. The old agreement will be the first agreement we went over, which is the purchase and sale. Everything's going to stay the same, though. The purchase price, obviously the address and all that good stuff. All the terms that we agreed on when we're going to close, all that stuff's going to remain the same. But it allows us to get a new agreement in place when it's necessary, when we're looking at bringing on additional funding partners. So I'll just start from the top. Okay.
Okay. Well, it really doesn't affect us. It's more of a disclosure on your part.
That exactly correct. We're doing all the heavy lifting.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So let me run through it. You may or may not understand some of it. That's perfectly fine. If you guys have questions moving forward and throughout the process, you guys, have my phone number. Like I said, I was telling Ellen, Shantae is great at what she does. She's been tremendous help, working with, sellers as we move forward to closing. And, as long as you guys have an open communication with us, she'll be reaching out to you guys every single week, at least like once a week, to stay in communication and give you guys updates on what's going on. And if she needs anything as well. Okay?
Okay, right.
Okay. So this novation and indemnification agreement. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was going to say I need to give you Chris's phone number too.
Okay, yeah. I got his email now.
You'll have it just in case you can't get me. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
As long as you got a form of communication for him, because he's going to have to answer a lot of questions. So.
Perfect. Yes, Chris, I know Chris is going to be big in this, especially when it comes to taking the pictures, Chris, okay? So I'll need his number. That'll be great. Thanks, Ellen. Okay.
You're welcome.
This novation and indemnification agreement is dated day of the 3rd, 2024, by and between Ellen, Dilling Singleton, and Dedicated Property Solutions. Whereas seller and buyer, you guys following me, right?
Right, we are.
Okay. If you guys need to stop me, just stop me. I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna breeze through this a bit. But if you guys want me to stop or you have questions, just feel free. Okay. And I'll explain anything to the best of my abilities. Right. Seller and buyer, whereas seller and buyer entered into an agreement of sale dated May the 3rd, 2024, agreement of sale, or the real estate purchase agreement, for the sale of seller's real estate at 214 River Loop for a purchase price of $210,000. Whereas the parties have agreed that seller may assign or novate the agreement of sale in favor of a new agreement with a new buyer or funding partners. Obviously, that's what we're doing, permitting the property to be transferred directly to a third-party purchaser. Whereas buyer has successfully marketed the property to be determined. That's going to be the MLS on the open market. Having proposed, and then obviously our funding partners as well, having proposed a substitute agreement of sale with related addenda and other documents to be entered into between the seller and the third-party purchaser, together the third-party agreement of sale. Whereas the parties hereto intend to conditionally terminate the agreement of sale between the buyer and seller under the terms and conditions herein set forth, so as to structure the transfer of the property directly to the third-party purchaser, who shall replace buyer as the ultimate purchaser of the property under the third-party agreement of sale with substituted obligations of the parties as set forth herein. Now, therefore, in consideration of the mutual covenants and promises herein set forth, the parties hereto intending to be legally bound do hereby agree as follows. And then we're going to go over, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7. I love reading, so it's cool. Number 1, seller to execute third-party real estate purchase agreement. Contemporaneously with the execution of this novation and indemnity agreement, seller will execute the third-party real estate purchase agreement and all addendum related thereto. Number 2, conditional termination of real estate purchase agreement. The real estate purchase agreement between the seller and buyer is hereby conditionally terminated in accordance with the terms hereof, effective immediately upon the execution of the third-party real estate purchase agreement by the seller and the third-party purchaser. So whenever you guys hear third-party purchaser, I just want you guys to think of, our funding partners. Okay, so anytime you guys hear that or you're worried about what it is, that's what it is. Okay. Seller agrees that all monies deposit.
Go
ahead, Ellen.
You or Chantel, is that her name, Shantae?
Shantae.
Will let us know. Yeah, well, either one of y'all will let us know, like, if there's another party coming on, right?
Yes, Shantae is going to be.
So we'll be expecting it. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It's all open communication. Open communication with us. And then, Ellen, you've been really good with that too, so I don't see any issues from you. A lot of times what happens is communication breaks down. And typically it's not from us, because, this is what we do. We've been doing this, for a long time. It usually breaks down with the sellers, and I get it, life stuff happens, but we try to set the expectations up front. But we can only do what we can do. So, but I don't see any issues, from you guys.
Well, my main concern was I don't want to talk to anybody unless I know who that person is I'm talking to.
Absolutely, you're not going to have to worry about
saying?
Absolutely.
Like if you tell me such and such is going to call, okay, all right.
Absolutely. You're going to be communicating with us. And end of story.
Okay.
End of story.
All right.
Okay. We're still on number 2. Seller agrees all money deposited by buyer pursuant to the real estate purchase agreement and held by any third party as escrow agent shall be refunded to the buyer immediately upon the deposit being made by the third-party purchaser under the third-party real estate purchase agreement. Deposit paid by third-party purchaser shall be paid to the closing agent and applied to the purchase price payable under the third-party real estate purchase agreement. Number 3, renovations and repair
Hang on a
obligations.
second.
Go ahead, Chris.
Hang on a minute. Chris has got a question.
I just want to read through that again real quick. Can you give me about 30 seconds?
Sure thing.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Number 3.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, renovation, repair obligations to the third-party purchaser. You guys, I know you guys mentioned a few repairs. Essentially, this is, I'm gonna read it. But I know that you guys mentioned some just some things that you guys said might need to be done, but they're nothing major, right?
No, it shouldn't be. I mean, it's just, replacing a floor, in the bathroom, replacing possibly the tub in the main bathroom,
Look,
which
you know what? I'm taking all the pictures, and I'm going to do a very thorough cost analysis of it at the same time.
Okay.
Of everything, of all the repairs. So, I'll be able to talk numbers with you when I do all that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys won't be responsible. We're purchasing the property, the property as is. So, yeah, so we'll be good to go. Let me go ahead and get through this one. Buyer agrees that it will be solely Buyer agrees that it will be solely responsible for any inspection costs, any and all renovations, replacements, repairs required to be made to the property, and any appliances or services to be provided to the third-party purchaser pursuant to the third-party real estate purchase agreement or any addendum thereto, and it will indemnify and hold seller harmless from and against any and all such obligations. Seller shall have no responsibility or liability to perform or pay for such renovations, provided the seller is not in default of any terms of the real estate purchase agreement, its novation and indemnification agreement, or the third-party real estate purchase agreement. Okay. Number 4, buyer agreed.
Contract. I think. Excuse me, sir.
Sure.
I see they have effectively contracts there, so they mean that's binding.
Correct.
And as is. So okay, I'm just trying to get the gist of what you're saying. Okay, I got it.
Okay, you sure?
All right, indemnification, number 4.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Buyer agrees to forever indemnify and hold seller harmless from and against the following, and agrees that the terms of this section shall survive settlement. A, any and all damages, injuries, losses, claims, suits, actions, or the like arising out of or relating to buyer's pre-settlement possession of the property, including all utilities, except water and sewer, charged to the property during the period of buyer's pre-settlement possession. Buyer shall not cause or suffer any mechanics liens to be filed against the property as a result of any of its aforesaid work, and if any such mechanics liens is filed against the property, buyer shall immediately and at its sole cost discharge the same, and shall indemnify and save seller and the property harmless from any such mechanics liens. If damage is caused to the property during buyer's pre-settlement possession, except damages may be caused by seller, and if settlement does not occur let me back up. And if settlement does not occur and buyer does not purchase the property, buyer shall be liable for the cost of the repair for such damage. Any and all liability claims, suits, damages, injuries, or the like arising out of or relating to seller's obligations to a third-party purchaser under the third-party real estate purchase agreement provided seller is not defaulted under the terms of the contracts. So this is protecting you guys as the sellers when it comes to the property or any property damages prior to us taking possession of the property. Come here, baby. One second, guys. Come here.
Oh, go ahead.
Come here. Come here. Mommy's almost home. We're gonna go to the park, okay? Where did I leave off, guys? Number 5, net proceeds payable to seller. Upon closing under the third-party real estate purchase agreement, seller shall retain the balance of what we agreed upon, $210,000, plus or minus the prorated assessed taxes and other prorated assessments, which proration shall be made as of the date of closing, less any payoffs for mortgages. I think you guys mentioned this. No mortgage or liens, correct?
No, there's not.
Okay. Less any unpaid assessed taxes, less seller's attorney fees. The seller shall authorize the escrow agent to disperse the balance of the net proceeds immediately to the buyer in readily available funds upon closing. So other than the property taxes, I'm thinking, you guys are gonna net 210 less property taxes.
Yeah.
And that would be a cashier's check, I guess.
Well, so once you guys get to that point,
Right.
once we're there at that point, you guys can do cashier's check if you like, or you can have title. You guys can set up a wire transfer.
Okay.
Okay.
It might be swift. We might be out of the country by then. No, just kidding.
All
I
right.
like traveling too.
We might come over there. We might come over there with y'all and be there when your baby's born. How about that?
Go to Mexico.
Yep.
Hey, listen, we invite everybody down.
I
Come on
only
down.
want
It's
to go
wonderful.
to Boise, Idaho.
Okay, there you go.
I only want to go to Boise, Idaho.
Are you in Mexico City?
We're in Yucatan, Mexico. Yucatan is a state, and we're in a city called Merida, which is I want to say it's the capital of the state. I'm almost 100% sure it is.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like,
Well, you got to go to Chichen Itza then.
well, I have to look that up and see how far that is. Because we flew into Cancun,
Yeah.
and we had to drive out here to Merida, and it was about a 4-hour drive.
Okay. Did you need an armed guard?
Well, I was thinking I would, but we're in what's considered the safest city in Mexico. So I think we're good, Chris.
I know. I spent a lot of time down that way myself.
Yeah, he's been in Mexico a few times.
Yeah, no, Mexico's nice.
You know where to go.
Well, we have I don't know what you'd call them, but we do have a friend out here, and she has a lot of connections out here. And so we've been going through her. We got a chef. Oh my gosh, we needed the chef so bad. Yeah, we got a chef, and he cooked us meals for the entire week, and he's going to be back next week to cook us meals again. So, and then we have a nanny that comes on. A nanny comes on Monday. Yeah, so we're getting all the help we can get so that we can enjoy our time here. I can get work done. Yeah, and everything goes smooth because we're going to be here for a long time. Well, 3 months isn't that long. I know that's what Chris is thinking.
No.
Yeah, well, Ellen's son and I used to work together, and we did work out of Belize on airplanes. We work on private jets.
Oh, wow. Oh wow, maybe you can give me some comfort around
Yeah,
around airplanes because uh, airplanes tend to scare me a bit.
sure. Oh, they shouldn't. You got guys like me working on
There you go.
Except the ones who leave the bolts and nuts off.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, Ellen, and that's why I'm terrified.
I know, I am too. I've flown to Australia about 7 times, and that's a 23-hour flight.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't do it.
And if it wasn't for nerve medication, I don't think I could have done it.
I used to live in Hong Kong, so
Oh my
I've
gosh, yeah.
done I've done a lot of those flights.
Wow, wow. I need to
There's a real
expand
estate
my
market.
horizons
There's a real
because
estate market for you.
right. Yeah, I need to expand my horizons and go ahead and get on a nice little 15, 20 hour flight.
23.
Well, if you ever go somewhere that's beautiful, go to Australia if you had never been.
Okay, there you go. Call her up right here. Put you on the bed. Okay. All right, I'm having a lovely time with you guys. I think we got just a couple more. Let's try to get through these, and then we can, if we're all good to go,
Okay.
we can sign it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Okay. Number six, failure to
Number
close
5
any.
clear.
Yeah, number five clear. So number six, failure to close. In the event that the third party purchaser fails to close on the purchase of the property as specified in the third party real estate purchase agreement, whether for failure of a contingency or otherwise, the real estate purchase agreement between the seller and buyer shall be deemed to be reinstated, and the party shall then be obligated to perform pursuant to the terms of that agreement. In the event that the third party purchaser fails to close on the purchase of the property as specified in the agreement, whether for failure of a contingency or otherwise, the real estate purchase agreement between seller and buyer shall be deemed to be reinstated, and the parties shall then be obligated to perform pursuant to the terms of the real estate purchase agreement. Oh, okay, there's more.
Okay.
Buyer shall
Again,
retain.
that's for disclosure and didn't really affect us.
Yeah, most of this stuff, most of this are just disclosures. That's what we're going
Right.
through. This one, yeah, this one just has a lot of it. It's the
This,
purpose of all this is to protect you guys
this
as the
is very
seller
efficient.
and protect us as the buyer. So,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a very efficient thing you got. I mean, you guys have been doing this a while, haven't you?
Oh yeah, yes we have. Yeah, we acquire maybe
Okay.
I want maybe 5 to 7 properties every month. Um, so it's all redundant.
I tell you what, you might be interested in talking to my daughter and son-in-law. They're in
Okay.
the process of they're wanting to sell their house, and they're trying to
Okay.
buy the lot right beside their house and build. And I think my son-in-law's been going through a company, something like this, actually.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but when the time comes, I'll give you their contact information. I have not told my kids that I'm doing this yet. So, because we don't know where we're going to end up settling,
Right. Right.
as far as living.
I understand.
So I'm doing this before I tell them. Of course, they're grown. They're grown and have their own families and everything. But, they might be interested in talking to you. So I'll
Absolutely.
give you their information once we get all of our stuff, done, and I'll let them know what I'm doing.
Yeah, when we're all wrapped up, if you're comfortable with it, give me his information. I'll give him a call and we'll have a conversation. Sounds good.
Yeah, because if you want to expand out to this area, that might be another one for you.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, we'll give you a referral fee for that. If we end up purchasing the property, we'll get you over a nice referral fee, Ellen and Chris.
All right, that would be good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He used to be the chief of police around here, so he knows lots of people.
Oh, then yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
Did you hear Chris? He said,
absolutely.
My son-in-law used to be chief of police, so he knows a lot of people.
Absolutely, I'd love to have a conversation with him.
They've got a huge house. And it's just with the pool and everything, and they're downsizing because their kids have grown and married and stuff like that. So
they haven't listed it. They haven't thought about it.
Well, they haven't listed it and haven't thought about it. So that might be a prospect for you in the future.
Absolutely. I'm going to hold you guys to that. Okay. So I'm expecting to talk with them and have a conversation and see if we can help them out. Absolutely. All right, let's get through this last one.
Because I don't want it. All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ellen. Go ahead, Ellen. Finish your thought, and then I'll read through the last one.
We're ready. No, we're ready. You can go ahead.
Okay. Number 7, was that where we were? Entire agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This writing shall constitute.
Yes, sir.
Shall constitute the entire understanding of the parties.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Belay my last. Sorry. We didn't finish the top of page 6.
Okay. Buyer shall retain all rights within the third party real estate purchase agreement to sue the seller for specific performance or seek liquidated damages in the event seller defaults on any of his or her obligations within the third party real estate purchase agreement by refusing to close or refusing to timely close. In lieu of electing to seek specific performance, buyer may elect to recover liquidated damages from seller if seller defaults on any of his collective obligations. The parties agree that because of the complexity involved in calculating damages, that liquidated damages is appropriate. Liquidated damages shall be calculated by subtracting the seller's net proceeds identified in paragraph 5 from the purchase price of the third-party purchaser agreed to pay. You're not going to have to worry about anything like this.
I do have one question.
Sure thing.
No. I think we'll hold up our part. But I do have one question I thought of earlier.
Okay.
At any point, is there going to be a home inspector involved?
There's not. We do all the home inspections ourselves, and all our inspection is, yeah.
All right. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Okay.
Number 7.
Entire agreement. It's the last one. This writing shall constitute the entire understanding of the parties with respect to the subject matter hereof. All prior understandings, written or oral, shall be deemed to be merged herewith. This agreement may be executed in counterparts, each of which shall be deemed to be original, but one and the same document. Signatures transmitted by facsimile shall be enforceable the same as originals.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and sign my end. You guys let me know when you're done signing your end. It's going to prompt you to just hit, there might be a start button. And you hit that start button, and it'll take you everywhere that they need your autograph.
All right.
You ready?
We are. everything okay?
I can see it too.
Okay, yeah, we're ready. I'm ready.
Any deal with skeletal, us doing our part, and doing their part.
One,
Yeah. Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
one,
Everything's
one
fine.
thing
I'm
you
ready.
It seems
okay,
good to me, sir.
perfect. You guys go ahead and hit start and start signing where it prompts you to. There'll be one spot where it's going to ask you to fill in your phone number.
All right.
She's gonna have to do that on her phone. There aren't any. Oh, by the way, what you got for us, there, right?
973. Say that again, Chris.
There aren't any. Oh, by the way, that you got for us, are there?
Well, I think maybe
I
I
just
should be
asking.
asking you guys that. No, there's not any by the ways from us on our end, but and hopefully there's not any on your end because I know I mentioned earlier that there was a story that I
No, there's
had.
not.
Yeah, and it happens, you know. But I don't suspect that with you guys, and we're all good on our end. You guys don't have to worry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can understand nowadays, man. You just don't know who's
Absolutely. I think that's a fair question.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm having to do this on my phone, so I'm trying to get to the page. I'm on that DocuSign. Try for free. Do I need to do that? Download the free?
Nope. All you gotta do.
app?
All you gotta do is if you want to go ahead and
open PDF.
reopen. Nope, you don't have to do that either. You could just reopen the email and hit view documents, and then it should start you from the top again. And you check the little box, and you can go and start the signing process.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Every time I hit that little box, it takes me to that DocuSign. Let me get down here. Okay, wait a minute. Download the free DocuSign app. I don't need to do that. Stay informed.
Let's see here.
Sign with ease. I'm trying to get.
Continue.
Need to sign an email attachment or permission form.
Maybe there's a back button that you can hit back. You should be able to just still open up the document because you haven't, unless you've already signed and hit the finish button.
No, I haven't signed and hit finished. I hit the button that said download the DocuSign app. That's what it directed me to do, but.
Okay, go back out to your email.
If you're having trouble.
Because you shouldn't have to download any apps or anything like that. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Let me resend it. I can resend it, and it'll be the same exact document, but you should be able to open it up as if it was new, and it should start you from the beginning again. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna hit it now. Resend. Okay. So check for a new email. It should come through. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna open it up. It's gonna be from Randy. You're gonna hit review documents. Check the little box, and then you can hit. There should be a start button, and you're gonna sign away until you hit the finish button.
Okay. Okay, I'm clicking that button now that says I agree to use electronic records and signatures.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And then
continue.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I've got the documents, and I'm down here where I'm supposed to sign. Okay. Sign. Okay, it's got seller, and it's got my name in the box. It's got my email. Let me go on down. Okay, you signed it, or somebody did. Joey did.
Yeah, that's me.
Do I just sign up there where it says seller?
It's it
Okay.
should be a yellow button, and it'll prompt you where you need to sign.
Sign.
Uh-huh. And then one section, it'll
Okay,
ask
I've
you
got
to
it.
fill in your phone number. Once you fill your phone number in, you can hit continue, and it'll take you to wherever else um, signatures are required from you.
Okay. I'm putting my phone number in now. Oh, come on. Okay. Now I'm at the sign. I'm hitting the sign button. All right. Now it's where I can draw my signature.
Yep, you can draw
Okay,
it.
you want me to do Ellen
Y-
Dilling Jones?
Yeah,
Singleton.
yeah, you can draw your signature, or you can there could be a button that says adopt a signature, whichever one you prefer.
Okay, I'm gonna sign it. I don't know if you can read that or not. Adopt and sign. Let's see. Draw your signature. Hang on a minute. Let me do that again. Back there. Let me get my stylus out of here. Do better with that, maybe. I hit the button, it took me all the way out. Hang on a minute. Okay, and then I click adopt and sign.
Yeah, you can click
I
adopt and
signed
sign.
it. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Either one, adopt and sign,
Oh,
or submit, or whichever way.
okay.
Yep.
That was the only option it gave me was to hit that button, so I did. I don't see where it. Let me get down here again, see if it took it. Okay. All right, it took it and it says finish, so I'm hitting finish.
All right. Once you hit finish, there'll be nothing else for you to do unless you
Okay.
wanted to download a copy. You can download a copy if you like, or you can just review the one that I sent over, or you can just have the one that I sent to Chris. But you'll always be able to open up that email and download a copy. So let me know once it'll say.
Okay,
Go ahead.
it's still taking me back to that page. After I signed it, it's taking me back up there to the seller, and then where it's got my name typed in there, it takes me back to there. Like I have to sign it all over. And then when I did, and I hit finish, hang on a minute, it takes me back to that same box.
Okay.
Like I've still got to sign it.
Which box is it taking you back to? Which one?
It's taking me back to the one that has the seller. It says seller sign required, sign here. So I hit on the arrow, sign. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I sign it right here.
So it won't let you finish the document unless all
And then
fields
it takes
are
me through the
signed.
right.
Oh, okay. The previous pages we need to be signed too, right?
Right. Yeah. That's where I'm.
Give her a minute.
That's okay.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Sometimes it could be
But it's
a
not
little
taking.
difficult over the phone. Is there a continue
Okay.
button?
Yes, I'm doing one spot.
Okay, there it is. It just put it in there. Okay, there's one. Okay,
There you
hang
go.
on. It just took a second for it to pop it in there where I signed it. Okay, it took the second one. Okay, now it's saying finish. All right, it's finishing. Okay, a copy of this document has been saved to your DocuSign account. Please log in to view it.
Nope,
And it's
no
got
need
my
to.
email address, and I'm just going to put
Yeah,
no thanks.
yeah, no
Yeah.
thanks. You're good to go. You can save a copy, like I
Uh-huh.
said. But other than that, congratulations, you two. We're gonna go ahead and get the process started, and I'm gonna message Joey,
Okay.
let him know that we're good to go. We got the agreement in place. I'm gonna let Shantae know to reach out to you guys. I think sometimes she works on Saturdays a little bit for a few hours, so there's a chance she'll reach out to y'all.
Okay.
Um, but like I mentioned, she'll pretty much be
Okay.
your point of contact from this point forward, outside of me sending you pictures, Ellen, of of the kids. But yeah, you guys are in good hands with
Okay.
Shantae. I'm going to let me pull it up. I'm going to send you guys the photo guide, Chris, so that you have it. Matter of fact, I'll send it to your email, and then um, you'll have it in there. It's going to tell you
Thank you.
exactly how to take the pictures, and then if you want, either Ellen, you can text me over Chris's phone number, or Chris, you can email me your phone number so I have it,
Okay.
and we're good to go.
Okay, you want it down?
Will you do me one favor? Will you tell Shantae to send me a text with the number she's going to be calling me from?
Absolutely,
Or I'll ignore it.
absolutely. I'll tell. Yeah,
If anybody that calls me that's important, I put it in my contact list, and that way I know it's not these scams, and I feel safer doing that.
I'm texting her now that we just got an agreement in place with Chris and Ellen, and I'm telling her to send you a text, Ellen, saying, "Hey, this is Shantae. Here's my number, and I'll be in touch with
Okay,
you
and then
soon."
I'll save her phone number. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
What was you wanting, Chris?
Oh, your internet's good down there. What are you guys using? Starlink?
Starlink. What's that?
Are you?
The satellite stuff. Where you're
Uh,
at? Is it the internet seems very well.
The internet is really good. Before we booked the
Yeah.
trip,
Wow.
I made sure that we had the place that we were gonna be staying at had good internet because I needed to work. So surprisingly, the internet here is really good. It's really I've been able to get all my work done with no internet issues. I don't know what they use though, but I don't know if it's Starlink. Um,
Okay. No, it just seems good. I mean, it's awesome. All right,
yeah.
sir.
All righty, you guys. I know it's late where you're at, so
Well,
you
you
guys have. Go
had
ahead.
to work for this one, didn't you?
Oh, this is good.
Oh,
I,
you want Chris's number?
yeah, give me Chris's number.
I'll
I'll add
text
it.
it to
I'll
you.
add it. You give it to me right now. I'll add it into
Okay.
I put it. Yeah, I'll add it in here now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. It is 980-251-6480.
right, cool. All righty, you guys.
All right.
You guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna spend the rest of my night with my girls, and then some information will be coming over to you, to you, Ellen, via text, and to you, Chris, via email.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Other than that, we're good to go, and I already text
Okay.
Shantae.
I'm gonna go open a bottle of wine. I'm gonna go open a bottle of wine and celebrate.
There you go. All righty. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Well, you have a good evening.
All righty.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Man, I hope, man, we get this done, big dog. Okay, listen. Okay. We're heading it, baby. Time to celebrate, cousin. All right, guys, let me end the stream. We're good to go. We did what we did on live. Folks, now you know what I do. It's Big Bucks in the building. You know how I do, cause out here in Merida, Mexico, getting contracts signed too in 2 days. What it do, man?